Imagine being forced to flee your home, leaving behind everything you've ever known, and then rising to the challenge of creating a legacy that stands the test of time. It sounds like the plot of an Oscar-winning movie, doesn't it? Well, buckle up, folks, because today we're going to explore the incredible story of Antoni Patek, the poor refugee who co-founded the luxury watch brand Patek Philippe, a person who revolutionized the world of watches as we know it today. Our story begins with a man who would tick his way into history, Antoni Patek. Born in 1812 in a tiny village in Poland, Patek's life would take him on a journey that would ultimately change the world of horology forever. At the age of 10, Patek moved with his parents to Warsaw, where he probably hoped to live a quiet life, enjoying a good kielbasa and time with his loved ones. But life had other plans for young Patek. At 16, he joined the Polish 1st Mounted Rifles Regiment, hoping to see more of the world. Little did he know that he was about to be thrown into a war against the mighty Russian Empire. Patek fought like a lion, but even lions get hurt sometimes. He was wounded not once but twice during the Polish November Uprising. But Patek was made of stern stuff. He stood his ground, fought bravely, and made it out alive. His heroic attitude during the war earned him a promotion to 2nd Lieutenant of the 1st August Brigade and a fancy-sounding decoration called the Virtuti Militari Golden Cross. Young Patek had a promising future. Even a blind man could see that. But war is neither a bright nor happy place. In 1832, Patek was employed by General Józef Bem to establish an escape route for Polish insurgents through Prussia to France. 2 years later, due to an unfavorable decree by the French government, many former insurgents, including Patek, were compelled to resettle in Switzerland, owing to pressure from the Russian embassy. While in Switzerland, Patek became utterly fascinated by the art of Swiss watchmaking. The blend of precision, beauty, and innovation captivated him, and he knew he had to be a part of this world. With his friend Francois Chapek, the duo set out to create their very own watch brand, establishing it on the 1st of May, 1839. The friends learned their craft, made watches they were proud of, and hoped for a brighter future. As their business grew, their rift became too great, forcing them to split, but fate had other plans for Antoni Patek. As he visited the French Industrial Exposition in 1844, he crossed paths with Jean-Philippe. Born in 1815, Jean-Philippe was no stranger to the world of watchmaking. His father, a watchmaker himself, had passed on his love for the craft to his son. Jean-Philippe had even traveled to London to hone his skills before returning to Versailles. But his life in Versailles proved disappointing for Jean-Philippe's watchmaking aspirations, so he relocated to Paris in search of greater opportunities. In Paris, Jean-Philippe made a groundbreaking invention, a mechanism that allowed watches to be wound without a separate key. This innovation would revolutionize the industry. And this very invention caught the attention of Antoni Patek. Sensing a fruitful partnership, Patek approached Jean-Philippe, and after just 1 year of their first meeting, Jean joined Patek's company, Patek & C, as technical director. Together, they combined their expertise and passion for watchmaking, ultimately rebranding the company as Patek Philippe in 1851. Under the Patek Philippe name, Antoni Patek and Jean-Philippe cultivated a legacy of exquisite timepieces that have stood the test of time. Their dedication to the art of watchmaking and the pursuit of perfection laid the foundation for a brand that would become synonymous with luxury and elegance. And so the stage was set for the rise of Patek Philippe. In the early days of their partnership, Antoni and Jean discovered they had a harmonious working relationship, with Antoni's flair for marketing and Jean's tireless pursuit of watchmaking innovation. This dynamic duo was on a mission to craft watches that were not only breathtaking to the eye, but also functioned with unparalleled accuracy. The result? A breathtaking line of timepieces that would soon capture the hearts of even the most discerning clientele. Their endeavors culminated in a triumphant moment at the Great Exhibition in London in 1851, where their groundbreaking keyless watches dazzled the crowd, including none other than Queen Victoria herself. Talk about making a royal impression. As the years progressed, Patek Philippe continued to break new ground, creating the first Swiss wristwatch for the esteemed Countess Gostovich of Hungary in 1868. Clearly, Patek Philippe had a knack for pleasing the elite. But life was a way of throwing curveballs, and in 1877, Antoni Patek passed away, leaving a void in the company. His son, who had no interest in carrying on the family business, opted to relinquish his rights in exchange for a comfortable annual payment of 10,000 francs. But as fate would have it, this apparent setback would soon lead to a serendipitous partnership with Gondolo and Labero of Rio de Janeiro. This alliance would prove to be a lifeline for Patek Philippe during the trying times of European struggle and World War. In a testament to the power of collaboration, Gondolo and Labero was responsible for selling an impressive 1/3 of Patek Philippe's production, solidifying the brand's foothold in the market. In Brazil, the Patek name became so synonymous with the idea of a watch that people might as well have been saying Patek when they asked for the time. As the company forged ahead, Jean-Philippe stepped down, passing the mantle to his son, Joseph-Émile Philippe, in 1890. Jean's death in 1892 marked the end of an era, but the Patek Philippe legacy was far from over. As the 20th century dawned, Patek Philippe evolved into a joint stock company in 1901. The brand's prestigious reputation attracted a veritable who's who of high-profile clients. In 1915, the legendary Albert Einstein himself ordered a gold pocket watch from Patek Philippe, and in 1927, American business magnate James Ward Packard collected his very own Patek Philippe astronomical pocket watch, the Packard. Clearly, the brand was ticking all the right boxes for the elite. The last scion of the Patek and Philippe families to helm the company was Adrian, Joseph's son. Under his stewardship, the brand continued to flourish until the baton was handed over to the Stern family, who would ensure that the Patek Philippe legacy endured well into the future. The captivating tale of Patek Philippe took an unexpected turn when the economic crisis of the Great Depression hit in 1929. The company found itself in dire financial straits as numerous customers defaulted on their payments. Desperate to avoid a hostile takeover by competitors, Patek Philippe turned to the Stern brothers, who began purchasing shares in 1932. By the following year, they had acquired the company entirely. The Stern brothers, who swoop in to save the day by purchasing shares in 1932. By the following year, they had fully acquired the company, ensuring that Patek Philippe would not fall into the clutches of nefarious competitors. The Stern brothers, already known in watchmaking circles as the proprietors of Cadran Stern Frères, a purveyor of exquisite dials, had been Patek Philippe's preferred supplier for years. In 1934, the baton of leadership was passed to Charles Stern, marking the beginning of a thrilling new chapter. As the tale unfolds, we meet Charles Stern's intrepid son, Henry, who receives the vital mission of breathing new life into the American market, which was finally stirring from its post-war slumber. Like a true watchmaking pioneer, Henry forges ahead, opening a branch in the heart of New York City and orchestrating local distribution. Thus, Patek Philippe's star shines once more in the land of opportunity. The passage of time brings a flurry of innovation, as Patek Philippe introduces the world to the first all-electronic clock in 1956. Fast forward to 1962, and we find Philippe Stern, the valiant son of Henry, entering the family business, ascending to the role of president in 1993. During his gallant journeys across the United States, Philippe uncovers a treasure trove of watch aficionados eager to delve into the annals of horological history. Spurred by this passion, Philippe embarks on a quest to assemble a collection of Patek Philippe watches from throughout the ages, ultimately giving birth to the Patek Philippe Museum. Today, the museum's hollowed halls showcase over 2,500 timepieces, chronicling the brand's illustrious journey. But as with any great story, adversity rears its head once more. The rise of quartz watches in the 1960s and 1970s threatens to topple Patek Philippe from its pedestal. Undaunted, the company unveiled the first Nautilus sports watch in 1976. A masterstroke that not only navigates the quartz crisis but also reinforces Patek Philippe's unwavering commitment to excellence. In 2009, the torch passed yet again, as Thierry Stern succeeded his father, Philippe, as president of Patek Philippe. The fourth generation of the indomitable Stern family takes the helm, guiding the legendary watchmaker through the uncharted waters of time. Throughout its illustrious history, Patek Philippe has consistently pushed the boundaries of watchmaking, paving the way for a myriad of groundbreaking innovations. By 1953, this exceptional company had already patented the self-winding mechanism, forever altering the course of horology. Not one to rest on its laurels, Patek Philippe went on to patent time zone watches in 1959, and in 1996, it patented the annual calendar mechanism, a feat that showcased the brand's unwavering commitment to progress. In 1997, Patek Philippe astounded the world with the launch of the Aquanaut collection, a perfect marriage of contemporary design and unparalleled craftsmanship. The dawn of the new millennium saw the company reach even greater heights, as it unveiled the Sky Moon Tour Billion in 2001. This jaw-dropping timepiece, with its enchanting double face, was the most complicated Patek Philippe wristwatch ever produced at the time. Fast forward to 2014, and the company celebrated a momentous milestone, its 175th anniversary. This auspicious occasion was marked with the release of a new collection of commemorative watches, a fitting tribute to Patek Philippe's enduring legacy of excellence and tradition. Then, in 2018, the horological world was once again captivated by the launch of the World Time Minute Repeater, a marvel that further cemented the brand's status as a vanguard in the watchmaking industry. The incredible story of Patek Philippe's a rich tapestry of ingenuity, perseverance, and extraordinary achievements. Delving into this prestigious brand's history offers a glimpse into the minds of the trailblazers who revolutionized the world of horology, time and time again. Right now, the legendary watchmaker just unveiled not one, not two, but 17 new timepieces that are sure to make your heart skip a beat. From a Calatrava with a funky 24-hour display to a travel time watch that lets you keep track of a second time zone, Patek Philippe has got you covered. And let's not forget about the Grandmaster chime, now available in haute joaillerie form. Because who doesn't want a watch that's as blinged out as a rapper's chain? But that's not all, folks. Patek Philippe's also breaking barriers by introducing their first ever annual calendar to the Ladies Aquanaut Loose collection. You heard that right, ladies. Now you can keep track of your busy schedule while still looking chic and stylish. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and treat yourself to one of Patek Philippe's latest creations, because let's face it, who needs money for food or rent when you can have a watch that tells time and makes it look like $1 million? That's all for today, folks. We hope you've enjoyed this captivating journey through the history of Patek Philippe, a brand that's defied the test of time and cemented its place in the annals of horological excellence. If you'd like to stay up to date with more stories like this, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification button. See you in our next video.